Family and friends, top of the day, it's Monday and it's time for some motivation. I hope you all enjoyed Atlanta Black Crackers and the implications outlined throughout the video. The intent was to introduce racial epithets in the most mildly way possible while setting the foundation for open discussion. The term Jim Crow can be dated back to 1884 in a newspaper article summarizing a congressional debate. Jim Crow laws made New York Times in 1892 about another article on Louisiana and their requirement to keep railroads segregated. U.S. Congress proposed an amendment to the Constitution to abolish slavery in 1865. This amendment ratified as the 13th Amendment in December of the same year. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery and involuntary servitude, except as punishment for a crime. I did a video on the chain gang a few months back, and folks lost their minds over the thought of institutionalized slavery in America. Like I know real living people who have served time in Georgia chain gangs. And this was all made possible by the 13th Amendment. Let's get back to Jim Crow and how the phrase has often been a tribute to the Jump Jim Crow song that caricatured black people through performances by whites in black faces. Stay with me. After the abolishment of slavery, southern states had a hard time managing free labor provided previously through this control and resented African Americans at the time. I can go so many ways with this, but I'll keep it PG. I'm not really seeking smoke from anyone, but I know for a fact that folks don't want none of mine, so I'll take the high road this time. I want to highlight the Supreme Court's decision on Plessy versus Ferguson in 1896. The courts ruled that separate but equal facilities were constitutional. But if the Constitution has the undertone of all men are created equal, why would we still need separation? Who overturns incorrect decisions made by the Supreme Court? I mean, this decision led to 58 more years of legalized discrimination against blacks and people of color in the United States. Jim Crow laws are the reasons blacks were disproportionately undereducated. Y'all remember Brown versus Board of Education? The major impacting ruling was in the Supreme Court's decision in the Dred Scott case. The courts held that the U.S. Constitution was not meant to include American citizenship for people of African descent. I just have one question for you. Why the hell were millions of Africans brought to the United States if they couldn't achieve citizenship? I guess we'll just have to ask Jim Crow about that. Happy to help. Make it a great day.